All right, welcome everybody. Looks like we got audio, we got video, so we got a stream. And I am just going to my various platforms and making sure that is in fact showing up. And it looks like it is. So I can close most of those web pages out. I'll keep the Rumble one up. That's what I use to monitor my video quality. Okay. So here's my Titan. And I've got my strand spec on. Man, I think this blacked out look with the orange highlights is pretty nice. This looks relatively phenomenal to me. And I even went with a different, what do you call it? Like a look for the Synthoceps. I never buy these things. It's whatever I've won, like whatever I've been awarded in game. So that's the one that I have for Synthoceps that I think went really well with this build. The original also, or not the build, but the look. The original also looks good, to be honest, but I've used this look before. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. It does look good. Really good, you know, but for whatever reason, I've done that before, I think, or something real similar, and I liked this one. It looks more techie to me, a little bit more techie, and that's why I paired it with the look that I have on the chest piece as well, because I altered that a little bit, and then you get the glows a little bit more. Anyway, the whole thing being that it looks real nice, I think. So I have some things that I just picked up here. Do I have anything I can upgrade with? Yes, I do. And we will do that. I was able to get the catalyst for the Monte Carlo and get it completed. I don't do a great job of actually using it yet. I also have a question, and if anybody has an answer, I'd appreciate if you left it in the comments or put it in chat. Put it in the chat if you're watching live. Leave it in the comments if you end up coming across this as a VOD form post live video. But it says that at 5 stacks of Markov chain, you can switch to using the bayonet. Switch between your melee attack and Monte Carlo's bayonet. Landing a bayonet melee hit grants melee energy. But the Markov chain itself says weapon gains increased damage from melee kills and kills with this weapon. Melee kills grant ammo. That's not what I'm looking for. Well, I don't know where it says it now. Oh, well, down here. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill. So, in other words, I'm not really sure what the benefit of doing a bayonet, of landing a bayonet hit is. Is it going to hit harder than my Synthoceps? I'm not so sure about that. Is it going to give me more melee energy than just firing bullets? I also don't know about that, and that's what I'm trying to ascertain. So hopefully that makes sense. But I just got a bunch of loot here at the tower, so I want to go ahead and offload that. And you can see my light level's kind of steadily climbing as I'm up to 1817 now. And I am simply, I don't want to get rid of any of this. I need to find out if that's better than what I got. I think I'm going to be running Vanguard missions. today as we wait for next week's missions to come online, story missions. So let's go ahead and tab open. What do I have to do with this character? You can see I've loaded up on these missions. Season. Go ahead and grab those destinations. Oh, looks like I've already taken care of Vanguard stuff. Well, I've done almost everything on this character. I haven't been able to do Legend, and it's not even close. I don't seem to be... Oh, that's right. It's because I loaded into this, like, by myself. And so it's too difficult for me. I could maybe do that with a team, but I don't think I can solo it. Well, alrighty then. Let's just run Savathun's stuff here. And then use, because I have a boatload of witches' keys. Or at least it told me that not long ago. So there's a solar threat. We do get the Strand Surge. Go ahead and launch. Come over here. And switch over to solar resistance. Okay, I feel like I've got this build cherried out pretty perfectly. I've got 100 resilience, 100 discipline right on the nose, only 27 recovery, and 53 strength. Got hands-on and dynamo. I put powerful friends in there because I didn't have really anything else that I could load in. Because I'm not using a harmonic weapon. I mean, is that really true? What am I loaded up for here? Arc Strand. I guess I kind of am using... Maybe I could put this in. No, it wants to go Strand. It goes with the subclass. And I'm not using a Strand weapon. Okay. Heavy-handed and focusing strike with melee kickstart, solar damage doubled up and charged up, orbs of resto, invigoration, and stacks on stacks. Then outreach and 2 copies of distribution, and that seems to be working for me. I don't really know what's better, to take distribution and get ability energy back for everything, or to take a specialized thing like outreach or bomber, which I assume gives you more energy for that
Assault
individual
the Guardian,
ability.
And open the way to our tides.
Ah, crap. Almost went over the edge there. There we go. Oh, shoot, man. This guy really wants to jump off the edge. Talking about how my guy plays.
Transfer the arc charge to each crystal.
All right. Punch. Punch. Another yellow bar down. That's what this build is good for. It just decimates yellow bars. I might not lead in kills for ad clear, but I'm gonna absolutely brutalize yellow bars. And then anybody that I love this about the Titan too, because you're supposed to be a team player, right? You're supposed to help your teammates, help defend them. That's the archetype behind Titans. And this allows me to come to the aid of players. And whenever I get close, they benefit from that heal pulse that I'm putting out. And I really like that. Did we get it? Okay. I would say the only thing is that when it comes to keyboard, it seems to be pretty hard on my fingers. Like, requires a lot of button mashing, and that makes my joints hurt a little bit. I'm not a young person anymore. I'm 47, so I guess I feel that a little bit more now.
Will. The sooner we can get this done, the sooner she can finish this.
I wouldn't be so sure. I see that look in her eyes when she gets those tithes. And you see it too.
Same thing with this. There's you gotta double hit that space bar a lot and then use your directional controls and stuff, and it's just it's not anything overbearing. Thank God I don't suffer from anything like arthritis or anything like that. I can't imagine what that must be like. So I've known some people who've dealt with arthritis, not even when they were old. It's because they were athletes early on, like especially baseball players. Their hands, you know, depending on what happened. I guess, I don't know. Not everybody has the problem, but baseball players, if they're going to have problems with arthritis, they tend to get it in the hands, and I guess football players in the knees. But I don't have any of those issues. So for me, it's just simply age. And what that will do, one of the cool things that'll do, need is the mother of all invention, right? So what it does is it motivates you to find an economy of motion. So that's what I'm trying to do instead of spamming keys.
Power Guardian. The solar crystals must be contained.
Alright, got the solar crystal, gotta go across. This kind of Titan right here, with this build, I think should absolutely every single time be trying to carry these solar crystals because your healing is gonna allow you to make trips that other people can't make. There we go. Okay, so he took it, so I'm going to try and provide protection, like right here. Okay, he landed it. find the witch. There she is. All right, good job, team. This is a fun activity, in my opinion. I kind of didn't like Season of the Deep's activities. I didn't hate them. I didn't like them.
Each one represents
Whereas
a word
this
or
one
idea.
is.
Their
I haven't
patterns
gotten
draw
tired of
power
this
from their
yet.
meaning, and their orientation casts a spell. Eris uses them in her rituals, and we can use them now.
Oh. I forgot what the symbols were. I think it's this one. Alien alien. So today was the, oh boy, early release of Starfield and the end of the moratorium on reviews. So people who got it super early, who've been playing it for like 300 plus hours but couldn't say anything, are now allowed to give their reviews, and I gotta say it's promising. You know, for the kind of player I am and what my expectations are, the warnings that are out there, the complaints or anything like that, they don't really apply to me. That it's not something that I'm set up for on disappointment. It's a complete non-factor for me, as far as I can tell. And the legitimate, what I would call legitimate complaints that are actual for real, they're not they're not being caused by someone's wrongly placed or misplaced, let's say, expectations, but they're actual legit complaints like bugs. I was already prepared for that because Bethesda has a history of that.
Guardian,
but they also have a history of fixing it quickly, you know, so and then that really just leaves the good, because I haven't found any complaints on anything that I wasn't already prepared for, or that what I want out of the game makes the complaint invalid for me. Not invalid, but not applicable. I've heard a lot of good stuff in today's reviews. I haven't really watched much gameplay at all because I don't want to ruin that for myself. Oh, that guy died. I don't know if that's a legit immune or if we're just have to stay on this plate until time runs out. Yay us.
Seventh kept these undead dolts in here under lock and key. Studied them for a while. She wanted to see if there were anything like Nokris' necromancy.
I think that this...
They weren't.
I have fun playing this thing. I guess I'm repeating myself when I said that earlier.
No ghosts, no throne worlds, just dark ether and
alright, let's hand out rewards.
And lucky for us, they just keep coming.
Oh, he's using Ostia. That's terrific. Let's see how he did. What is his name? Prognosis. Yeah, he led in kills, 158. So, a little low on the kill list for me, but I think as a team we did well. So let's run the other one, the altars. So yeah, I'm pretty I don't know if I can say excited. I was already excited for Starfield, but today and tomorrow. I guess maybe the next several days between now and next Wednesday, whenever it releases for the general public. No, I'm kind of thinking of this live, and then I want to explain what I mean. Let's see. So I think it's the X. Yeah. I'm gonna say today and tomorrow's reviews were going to be the validation or the check against my excitement. And so far, it's just been validation. Now, the reason I say just today and tomorrow,
there's no knowing what's
and I don't know that this to be true, guys, but my impression is that,
Make an offering and hope you can handle whatever
for lack
comes
of a
up.
better word, the YouTuber cottage industry that stood up over the past 10 years. Not, I say for lack of a better word because it's not just YouTube anymore. It's multiple platforms, right? But that cottage industry that stood up, it incentivizes people to almost, it's like clickbait. They need views. And when people start using that as like, when they get popular enough, especially for it to be a success, for it to become part of their trusted income, or they're trying to beat the algorithm because it's the same model. What you have to do is you need to get those clicks. So that's why everybody's thumbnails look the same. It didn't used to be this way. That's why the titles are similar a lot of times. Yeah, these things with, I've never beaten these actually. I need to focus on these shriekers. They're the problem. So anytime you see an industry begin to form, that's what you start to see. You start to see standardization. And what that has led to, in my opinion, I don't know if I'm right about this, but I think it has led to people not being completely genuine. I don't think they would phrase it that way. They'll find a way to justify it. But what it is that people are looking to grab a niche that is yet unexplored. So if the hype train is going with Starfield, and people are saying, yo, it's got its flaws, but man, here's what you could be excited about. And in general, the consensus is this is a good game. When you're somebody who's trying to climb into that niche and get views yourself, and you haven't done it yet, so you gotta find the real estate that's not taken, the market that's not saturated. So you're actually incentivized to take a counter position. Here's why Starfield is gonna suck. Here's why Starfield will fail. Here's what's wrong with the game. And it could be that what they're bringing up, they're not lying about, right? But it's more so I'm not trying to say that people are being liars. It's more that they're incentivized to emphasize the negative regardless of whether that's the overall view or not. This is all this is my impression. I want to stress, I don't know that this is true. I'm just left feeling that this is just inevitably the way that things work in everything. Marketing becomes a thing. Finding a niche becomes a thing. You can see this in the sports industry where you got the talking heads and stuff, and you can see it in social media where it's understood, and not just social media, but news in general. It was learned. I don't know when it was learned, no later than the 90s, but I believe before then, that they even have a phrase, if it bleeds, it leads. Bad news sells. Panic sells. division, cells, right? So you can see this happen in these various industries, that people are pursuing things that aren't necessarily even really, that they're misleading by their very nature, because stuff is being emphasized in a market that isn't the actual overall feeling. It's more like a nitpick, but it's not presented like a nitpick because this is my bread and butter. This is where I make my money. This is where I make my name. This is where my reputation is, as being the counterforce. So am I making sense there to anybody? I hope that's painting the picture. And that's why Saturday, I'm just kind of arbitrarily coming up with a line in the sand, but I think, oh, there we go, got that. Saturday to Tuesday, I'm not too concerned about what those reviews are going to be, because I won't be surprised at all, if you get a just heaps load of more negative views on those days, because right now it's overwhelmingly positive. I got you finally. Objective complete. Nice.
Killer subjects in all kinds of ways, but that was the most entertaining.
And again, I'm not really entirely sure how to phrase all of that in a way that doesn't sound like I'm calling people liars, because that's what it sounds like in my own ears. And I don't mean to do that. I mean to say that there's a bit of an element of people believe what they want to believe. And so if they've decided, you know, I need to cover an aspect that nobody else has, and look, here's something, I mean, this game's not perfect, here's something that's wrong, and then they focus on that. But really, if you get down to it, their motivation is not to be accurate or to tell the truth, it's to get views and clicks. And so they're finding a way to justify a take. Well, there's something out there called, there's inductive thinking and there's deductive thinking. And that is a case of, well, unfortunately, I sometimes get these backwards, but I think that's inductive thinking. I think that's starting with a conclusion and then finding out, okay, is there evidence that would lead me to be able to prove this theory? And like I said, I think it can lead to a false impression, because they're just telling you they're camping out on the negative. And shoot, they might even tell you that up front. They might start off with something benign, like let's say it's a 15-minute video, right? And you know, my thoughts on Starfield. And take that, sucker. And they might start the video out saying, don't get me wrong, I think Starfield is a good game, and I'm gonna play it, and I don't want to discourage anybody else from trying to play it. Okay, well that took me like 10 seconds to say, right? And then the whole next of the 15 videos are, but here's what's wrong with it, right? Because that's their niche. That's where they're finding views. The market is saturated with the here's what's right with it. So anyway, I think I've made my point. I'm kind of just talking now because I'm on autopilot, so you're getting stream of conscious. What else needs to, here we go. Whoa. Oh, invoke Hive Magic, there it is. That's what we needed to do. So there's my reasoning for believing that today's reviews first and foremost, like number one, today's reviews, followed by tomorrow's reviews that I would wait a little bit less, is what I think is going to be the truth about what Starfield's about. And then after that, I think they're slowly going to see some other things come out that are not really the best picture of the game overall. That's my prediction. We'll see what happens. I'm going to watch that myself, and like, you just listen to me just do live commentary on what I think I came up with a prediction. I came up with the reasons why I think that it's going to be that way. So this is also an example of inductive thinking. So now I'm going to go out and I'm going to watch and see what does the review market tell me about how accurate my prediction was. Daddy ain't messing around no more. And there we go.
It's funny. I really never fit in with humanity or the other ghosts. But when I found Savathun, it all fell into place. It was like I'd been part of the hive all along. I just never knew it. Maybe Eris feels the same.
Robust offering.
Every Taken we eliminate here is one less we'll have to clear out of the Ascendant Plane. Go to work, Guardian.
Oh, this guy. All right. Let's see what we can do. Run! I can't seem to run. Yeah, does he have a gravitational pull to him or something? Alright, what are we supposed to be doing? Defeat the Tormentor. I was looking for, like, offerings and stuff to deposit on a plate somewhere. But it looks like it's just straight up kill the Tormentor. Oh, I don't have any kind of pulse going. Ow! Ow! You know, I didn't fully explain on something. Not that it's probably important to many of you, but first, I think this is useful stuff. But then again, I am who I am, you know, so some people are going to be oriented for it and some people aren't. But when it comes to that inductive and deductive thinking, for example, deductive thinking is what you're supposed to go with in our judicial system, where you're innocent until proven guilty, right? But there's an accusation, and so then you do you look at the facts. So you have one way I've heard it phrased is you have a crime and you're in search of suspects. So you're looking at the facts and you're following the facts wherever they lead, no matter who it is, right? There we go. That would be deductive thinking. You're not starting with a presupposition. Your presupposition actually has to be one of innocence. And so then you investigate, maybe using an accusation isn't even correct. You start with a crime scene. You have something that has happened. And so now, I don't know why I can't. And so now you investigate, and as you uncover more and more clues, that leads you to a conclusion. That's deductive thinking. Inductive thinking would be the opposite. You start with a suspect, and you're now in search of crimes that prove your belief about the suspect.
If Sivu had just realized that, I think she would have joined Savathun in a heartbeat. That would have been something to see.
So depending on the context that you're applying these kinds of thinking to, they could be correct or incorrect. You know, if you're doing a science experiment, you're starting with an inductive kind of thinking. Because you begin with a thesis, right? A theory. I think this is what's happening. And then you set up a laboratory experiment with as few variables as possible, and you begin to test your theory to prove it true or false. There's actually kind of a mixture of both sorts of thinking there, but anyway, but you begin with inductive. Let's go to Vanguard, because I have Vanguard Ops quest to do. What do we have here? Champion and Unstoppable Champions, or Barrier and Unstoppable Champions. We have a Void Threat, so I want to reconfigure right now so I don't forget to Void this. Okay. Now what are the surges? We have a Strand and a Solar Surge. So I'm on Strand right now, so we'll just run with that. The big thing is I have the machine gun, well, the automatic rifle for Barrier. And then I'm carrying a shotgun, but do I have, let's see, it's Unstoppables. Unstoppables I would need a scout. So I'm going to give up the 1-2 shotgun. At this level of content, I don't absolutely need it. In favor of... I do have an ARC Scout that I want to try. It's been a long time since I've used it. It's this right here. Contingency Plan. I'm pretty sure this is a good... I mean, at least I like the way the stats look. Whoops, that was where I wanted to be. All right, we got a Void Scout right here, but I'm going to switch to Contingency Plan. This is a 260 round per minute scout rifle that has Outlaw and Frenzy on it. It has a natural reload speed of 36, and it's going to improve from that with Outlaw, and it's got 20 in the mag with a backup mag mod on it. I'm pretty doggone sure that, because this was a new drop for me and I liked it more than the old contingency plan I had, but I think I'm going to like it a lot. So let's go ahead and join up on the Nightfall. And this is actually, I've died a number of times doing this with this strand spec, even though this strand spec is very survivable. And I think I want to try out the contingency plan, so I'll be foregoing Monte Carlo's ability to give me whatchamacallit, melee energy back.
Alright, Guardian. This is a smash and grab. Smash some hive, grab a chunk of submine.
And live to tell the tale.
Oh yeah, that's a fast. That's pretty nice. For a scout, you know, I mean, it sounds like an auto rifle. I think that was the unstoppable that I was supposed to use the scout on.
End it.
Okay. Looks like we've cleared this area out. Oh no! Oh boy, I'm getting heated up by those lasers. Just throw that out in order to help with the regen. That's what my barricade is used for.
That did it. Hatch opening and setting that perimeter tower to friendly.
Man, this spec, it's a lot of chaos with this spec. I'm in the fray. I usually can't tell are we winning or losing. I'm just throwing punches indiscriminately. I think I got a stun in there, but I'm not sure.
I worry we are missing a piece of our enemy's plan.
Maybe for now, but we'll have a Warmind up and running soon. If anyone can outmaneuver Xivu Arath, it's Rasputin.
Ah. Yeah, look at how fast
Patch me
the
in and I'll get
reloads
that
are
door
on this
open again.
thing, man. There we go. You have to aim at them for a little bit, I guess, for the stun to actually activate. Ah.
Cracked it. You and Ghost are
Look
clear
at
to
all
move.
these orbs. I spent my super and I've got 3/4 of it back already. Uh-oh. I made it. I should have turned back if I'd been thinking about it. That's what that guy was doing. And he saw me and then figured I was going to go res, and I should have. That I was the one. I dropped the ball on that.
Vault security re-up. You know what to do, Guardian.
Okay, he's going that way. I'm going this way.
You were right, Mara. That Scorn's definitely trying to corrupt the submind and using some weird interface to copy out files. Luckily, it looks like Malahayati's rewriting itself with repair protocols every time we clear the bunker, so damage is minimal.
I suspect the witness is treating this Scorn as a living archive, copying important information to its mind for safekeeping. Troubling.
Okay. Nope. Throw that. This is what I want. Oh my gosh. How did I mess this up? I can't believe I made it. And it looks like they didn't need me. Oh, here. Son of a gun. Moving at record pace here for me. Warmind cell.
Vault open.
Okay,
All
good.
right, Malahayati, here we come.
I'm not gonna make it this time. I can never find the platform that I took over there. I thought it was on the left, but it didn't look like I was gonna make that either. Wrong button. There's a whole team of these guys with their fusion rifles. Okay, delivered. Get the baddies off of them. Oh, how did I miss them? There, I got my charge. You got it? Okay, good, good. Oh man, I think I just took a fusion rifle bolt to the face. Nice grenade. Oh, I thought that was the boss. I think I was incorrect. No? Yeah, I was incorrect. Okay. Come on. Can't run from bullets. Ow. Oh, that was it? Was that it? Did I deliver the coup de grace? Coupé de Gracie.
Authentication protocols aren't functioning. Did Elizabeth do this?
Rasputin built it himself.
All right.
Insubordination, then.
Got the
Did
gold
you
reward.
do that?
Since your death, the war mind has evolved, Clovis. Many of the shackles you bound them with
154
have rusted
kills.
away.
And he's so much
57
more without you
orbs
than he ever could
generated.
have been with you.
Not bad,
Hey.
not bad, not bad. All right, let's clear out some of this stuff. Demolitionist and Icarus grip. Isn't that a... Yeah, so I could change that. Rapidly landing precision hits will return 2 rounds. I actually might want to keep this. Mag size. I tend to prefer range. Full bore, yeah, I'll keep that with a handling. Maybe I keep that. All right. How am I doing with quests? Nice. Okay, so arc damage, solar damage, scout rifle, and sword kills. So I believe I can get the arc and the scout all in one. All in one, but you know what? I haven't used arc yet, so these are available now again. So if I go to that setup, keep contingency plan, and I guess Monte Carlo is as good as anything else for the auto rifle slot. That's barrier, that's unstoppables. This is what I would want to swap out for. Well, it said I needed sword kills also, so let's go with half truths. Okay. How am I set up here? 108. Hold on. Find where my 4-pointers are at. This is a 4-pointer. Okay, so it's a natural 108 resilience. Wow. Oh, that's because I don't have an exotic loaded up here. What was I using for this? I think I was using Heart of Inmost Light. Okay, put some of this other stuff back. Okay. There we go. Gosh, that's really high in resilience. I'm 15 points over, and that's a natural 115, I believe. What color scheme? Cursed Azure. What do you look like with Cursed Azure? Yeah, I'll go with that. Okay, so let me look again. Strength, 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 recovery, and strength. Some of that needs to, it looks like it needs to be grenades. So change the recovery to grenades, and that would allow me to, okay, I have to figure this out. Some of these mods have to change. Hands-on would switch over to ashes to assets. I would keep dynamo. I would switch to harmonic siphon. Over here on the gloves, we're looking at firepower. Grenade kickstart would be true. So then the only real option here is fastball. Arc. Charged up. Maybe send better already over to Orbs of Restoration and keep recuperation. I think is how I would run that. Okay, and then over here we got Bomber, Reaper, and Powerful. That's what I would want. Yeah, okay. So open director, Vanguard, and Nightfall. We're not going to take advantage of the surge since we're going to be arc. So I should excuse me. I should try to keep in mind that I'm not expecting the kills to keep up with the Berserker strand build. Or whatever that's called, the War Banner strand build. Although, the War Banner strand build really leans into killing yellow bars, not so much add clear. But it can do good at add clear, just because Synthoceps kills. This guy on the right, that's a pretty smooth looking paint style. That it looks like a seashell. Yeah, a lot of iridescent colors there.
Alright, Guardian. This is a smash and grab. Smash some hive, grab a chunk of submine.
And live to tell the tale.
Battle song emboldens the soldiers. End it.
Back in the fight. Whoa. Shoot, man. Can't get a beat on this guy because the other ogre is really putting a hurting on me. Yeah, he's focused on me. Gotta peek him. Down goes Frazier. Get wrecked, homies. Yes. Oh man, I felt like the hero for a day.
Tower to friendly. You're welcome.
On that whole thing, man. I took down the Unstoppable, I took down the Ogre, I picked off little guys, and then I charged in and carved them up with a sword. I think it was 3 knights and a sorceress, or a witch, or whatever they call them.
Maybe for now, but we'll have a war mine up and running soon. If anyone can outmaneuver Xivu Arath, it's Rasputin.
Where are my peoples at? Am I that far back? Oh. Oh, they were behind me. Thanks, amigo. That was kind of you. And we move together as a team. Ah. Man, that reload is incredible. I like this scout rifle. This might be my new favorite scout. It fits in the energy slot, but man.
Patch me in and I'll get that door open again.
Whoa. Oh, you sneaky little dog. These guys they're so fast. They stick and move real well. Oh boy, we're getting overwhelmed. I was trying to res. We win. Oh, it's not over yet. Oh man, I got bounced around like 4 times.
Cracked it. You and Ghost are clear to move.
Alright, gracias. Man, sometimes I make it, most of the time I don't. He went to the right. I made it, alright.
Vault security re-upped. You know what to do, Guardian. You're right, Mara. That Scorn's definitely trying to corrupt the submind and using some weird interface to copy out files. Luckily, it looks like Malahayati's rewriting itself with repair protocols every time we clear the bunker, so damage is minimal.
I suspect the witness is treating this Scorn as a living archive, copying important information to its mind for safekeeping.
Dang it.
Troubling.
Okay, so grab that. And where's my platform that I jumped to? Okay, this one's easy. It's the other side that's sketchy.
Vault open. All right, Malahayati, here we come.
Oof. Dang, that was... Ugh. That was a mistake. I thought I was fighting a normal guy that was holding a piece of submind. Oh, he died trying to res me. Maybe I can go get him. Well, it best helps the team to take advantage of this right here. Where'd it go? Okay. Deliver that, and then come over here. have a bunch of charges here. Oh my gosh, am I gonna make it? Oh, I have a... That's not the kind of charge that you deposit. That was an elemental ball to throw and kill mobs with. Two of 5. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're at 4 of 5, so this should do it. Dang, man. Wait for energy to come back. Oh my gosh, what am I getting rocked by? Environment hazard. Oh, bummer. Thank you. Did we win? It ain't done. Oh, nice. Chaos Reach just really working, putting some work in on that dude. I can't find him. Oh, man. Oh, I hit him. Did we win? We won. I altered my trajectory at the last second.
Movement in the ley lines surrounding the moon. Your mission's success draws attention.
Let them come.
The great Clovis Bray, finally risen from your frozen tomb. To what do we owe the presence of this revenant?
He means to help us restore the war mind, so that we may wield its knowledge against the witness.
We need him to save Rasputin's life.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Both such noble
132,
endeavors for a man
41,
as vile as
76,000.
I am not convinced, and I hope neither are you.
Hopefully that got me what I needed on these quests. Okay, I got Arc Striker. And I got the Scout Rifle. And I got the sword kills. So now I need solar. What are you? Another one of these? Okay, I guess. Alright, so for solar, this has to be totally rebuilt. So I don't think I want to take the time to do that right now. Do 1800. Probably doesn't need to be totally rebuilt. I have to go through and do this stuff. The spec itself will be fine, but to go through and remake my mods. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for tonight then. And I'll be back on tomorrow. And again, just really, I guess, happy to see that the Starfield consensus at this point in time appears to be positive. The worst one I saw, guys, was IGN, and I don't even like the big professional company. I'll check them out, but I trust YouTubers more. And But IGN gave the worst review that I saw, and it was they ended up giving it a good. And down in the comments, they were being mocked for it. They were being told that they pumped up Death Circle or something like that. They gave that a 10 out of 10, and I guess that wasn't most people didn't feel that way about that game. And there were two really good games that they gave 6 out of 10s to. And I guess IGN has a reputation for handing out 7 out of 10s, and that's about what this game got from them. And so they were getting mocked for it. And that was the worst. If the worst rating out there is that it's a good game, then great, that's fantastic. All right, so I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll see what the reviews say, what the stuff up at the, like what kind of reviews is the algorithm pushing, because whenever I don't search anything specific. I actually go really broad and general on purpose. I just simply type in Starfield, and then I look at whatever it is that the YouTube algorithm is handing me, and I check those reviews and see what the consensus is. So we'll find out what it is tomorrow. But for right now, that's it for me tonight, and I thank anybody who dropped by. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I will see you guys mañana.